I ate 1,200 calories for a week, and let me tell you what I learned. So I went from, I think it was 204 pounds or 202 pounds. And at the end of the week, I was 194.8. Some people are going to say that's water weight. Some people are going to say, oh, you're going to gain that back. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But I do say I felt better, and I think I looked better at the end of it. Mind you, I wasn't cutting down water, and I was still able to get my protein in for the day. So let me explain to you what I learned. So number one, we got delay your first meal. All that means is that try to eat a little bit later in the day. Maybe you have your first, you have breakfast at 6. Go at 10, because you know why? It makes your whole day so much easier because you feel more full throughout the day. And I think that's kind of a life hack. Maybe it's self-explanatory, but maybe for one person it's not. When you eat at 6, you have so many more hours throughout the day until you get to lunch where, there's no snacking, nothing like that. And if you eat at 10, you feel a lot more better and just more full. And that's the biggest thing. You want to feel as full as you can for as long as you can. On to number 2. All right, for number 2, we're saying diet soda changes lives. You know why? Because it's such a great replacement for sugary, I don't even want to say sugary drinks, but sugary food, snacking, everything like that. Because 1, that carbonation fills you up, and 2, it tastes phenomenal. If you're now going to talk to me and be like sucralose and aspartame, I don't know what to tell you. If you still believe that in 2024, then I don't know. Look it up. I don't really know what to say. But it's so just beneficial in keeping your calories low for the day, because it hits that little craving you might have, but it's also 0 calories. There's a little crown here because it is king. It is the king of any diet that you're going to do, because it saves your life. It makes you feel like you're cheating on your diet. After you drink a diet soda, you might have to go to marriage counsel with your diet. You know why? Because you feel like you're cheating on it. Now on to number 3. All right, on to number 3 right here. Sauces suck a significant amount of calories. I got, was getting a little happy, felt like Dr. Seuss with the name here. That's a little sauce bottle. I think on camera it looks like a moonshine bottle. But when you eat sauces with your food, I'm talking about ketchups, barbecue, I don't know, any other real sauce, if you're using some other things that are saucy, they take up a lot of your calories, because 1, you're looking, I think for most barbecue sauce, it's 100 calories, 100 plus calories for 2 tablespoons. 1, you're not using just 2 tablespoons of sauce, and 2, honestly, that's a lot of calories. When you have 1, you can replace it with stuff that's, a good alternative, where there's a bunch of sauces that are like barbecue sauce, but it's low calorie or sugar free, or, sugar replacement. And if you're someone who's like, oh, back to the sucralose and aspartame, you have mustard, you have hot sauces that you can have that are also low calorie. So if you want to be someone who, doesn't want the artificial stuff, there's other replacements. And if you don't care, like me, there's really good low calorie sauces that are just as good as the real thing. And you save a ton of your calories that way. All right, number 4 here, we have a bunch of meanings, and we're going to get to what this is down here. So throw out the idea of normal food. That means, for 1, there's really no such thing as oh, this is breakfast, this is lunch, this is dinner. It goes, this is what fits with my macros right now. You might have 3 boiled eggs for dinner because you're out of calories, or maybe for breakfast, this is what we're going to get to, is you're having, I don't know, dinner-based food. You're not having breakfast and eggs and bacon. Maybe you're having, dinner for the ground turkey and stuff like that. So also this means is that you're going to have some weird combinations of food because you want to fit your macros. If you're rich and you don't have to worry about food waste, and this might not apply to you. But this right here is a plate, bow tie pasta, eggs with tomato sauce. You're going to be like, excuse me, what is that? I sent a picture of this to my pops the other day because this is what I had to have for lunch, because I didn't feel like wasting bow tie pasta, and I wanted to make sure I still hit my protein and my macros for the day. And that's what we did here, where, it was a mix of foods that, weren't the best together, but I had to make it work to hit my macros. And I also didn't want to waste food. I could have had potatoes, but didn't want to waste food because, we're saving the planet over here. So number 4's big idea is take the idea of this is what the status norm, or this is the status quo of this is how my meal should break down throughout the day. And you're going to toss it out the window, because right here, every single meal has a purpose, and that purpose has to be to lose weight and, make you full. So think about that. Finally, at number 5, we got be mindful of your body. And mind you, this is supposed to be a guy with really big biceps and abs. I don't know what happened. Don't worry about that. So this one I think is the most important because there's a few different ways we're going to look at this. One, your body is going to get tired. You're going to feel a little bit more fatigued when you cut your calories down this much. And you have to kind of listen to that. If you're at the gym, you're not really going to be able to push it as hard. You're probably not going to be able to run on the treadmill as much as you usually do. You got to listen to your body and realize what it needs. Maybe, you know what, you're going to have a few carbs today because your body's real tired. Or maybe, if you're looking at this at a long run and you're like, I want to lose 100 pounds as quick as possible, I don't really recommend that. That's not what I'm saying here. But if you want something like that, then you're going to have to increase your calories up for a week maybe and then drop it back down because you're going to have to listen to your body. Also, you kind of have to realize that when you're doing this, everything you put into your body has a number. If you go out to eat and you're like, damn, I'm out to eat, maybe go with the chicken salad instead of the steak and cheeseburger or whatever. Because honestly, you have to be mindful that this is your body and you're the only person that can look out for it. If you're going out on a date and you're like, damn, what am I going to get to drink? Maybe you don't need the margarita. Maybe you can go with like a beer or something a little bit cleaner on the scale of calorie wise. Like there's mindful options that you can have that, maybe it's not perfect, but life isn't perfect, but it's better than doing nothing or better than the alternative. Don't think of it as an all or nothing thing. Think of it as like, what? That's a win. I went out today and I didn't eat as much as I usually did. That's a win. Maybe you went to fast food because your family's going on a road trip and instead of getting 5 cheeseburgers, fries, and a milkshake, you got a chicken sandwich and a water. You know what? Is it the best option? No, but it's an option that you feel like you won the day with. And that's what's the most important thing here is that you have to change your habits if you want to lose some weight. And honestly, don't listen to me. Go out there and do it for yourself and find out what works for you because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters. And I don't want to say that I'm going to be the end all be all of anything, but maybe out of all 5 things I said, one thing helps for you, and that means this was a successful video and I'm glad to help you. Let me know any tips you guys have below because I'm trying to build a community of people who help each other. So let me know your tips. Like, comment, subscribe, and comment maybe what else you'd want me to do or other things, or if I spelt any words wrong, let me know what words I spelt wrong. See you in the next one. Adios.